Here we go. Who the hell are you, man?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
We are the knights!
Hold on to your butt.
And now for something completely different.
Hello out there, and welcome to the Knights of Nerd 2 podcast. We're a podcast for all things nerd. My name is Chris. I'm here in person with...
Fuck, I can't think of one.
What?
Sam.
It's me, Sean.
And, wow.
I had one. I just had, and I just drew a blank.
Completely off guard on that open right there.
I know. I had one.
Unfortunately, I don't think it gets any more cold open than that.
Yeah.
That is probably our most cold open we've ever had.
I'll do, it's me, Sean. But, I was like, nah, Sam's going to steal that, if he panics. And you didn't even steal that.
I had one.
Anyway, we're
Don't worry, at some point I'm going to shout something out. And it's going to be
without John today. So.
Yes, where is John, Chris?
Well, John was hired by the New York City to do the auditing for Donald Trump's company.
Oh, okay.
Trump org, if you will.
You know, that almost sounds like it could be true.
I mean,
he's in the right line of work.
field.
Exactly,
It's the field, and accountants are big over down in New York, apparently. So,
All right, well, anyways.
yeah, he'll be busy. He'll be busy
He
for.
should be back next week.
You mean next year? I don't know when the trial. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna be without John probably for another week.
He said he did say next week he should be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably tax season's over.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fill in. I mean, more blanks here. There's a ton of trailers that came out again. And
Some are
still
carrying over from last
week.
week.
Yeah, we have one that we completely forgot to talk about, which is perfectly acceptable.
Which
given
I'd like to
is.
move my intro from last week to this week since it was for the trailer we didn't talk about.
Yeah, there you go.
So just watch last week's episode, listen to last week's episode.
Just the opening.
Just the opening, and then transpose that onto me drawing a blank there.
There you go.
Yeah. And a couple things in news. Disney had a celebration.
Disney weekend.
Yeah, they had some announcements. They had some things that they shown us, and a couple announcements that were pretty significant, even though we don't like the person who announced them anyway. Moving on. Then we have Mario review.
Super Mario Brothers review.
And then Mando.
Yep.
We haven't talked Mando in 3 weeks. Granted, we just saw episode 7. There's only 8, so. But we can't hold off. We have to do it. I want to talk about Mando.
Oh yeah.
But why don't we do news first?
You want to go straight into news?
Let's do
first?
news. Can we start? We're going to be pretty Disney heavy, so why don't we start with WB?
All right.
HBO WB.
Yep.
Last week, still rumored at the time, but wasn't greenlit yet. But Harry Potter finally, officially gets the green light to go ahead and reboot the series. Or no, reboot the IP
Yes.
as a series. Still TBD whether it's one book per or one series per book.
Yeah, that's what they're planning on.
Every season is one chapter.
Yeah. Again, we discussed that ad nauseum already, like what significant indications are and things like that. So, but it's officially greenlit. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of years until something actually comes out. I'm saying maybe late 2024, early 25.
Yeah.
Just
that sounds
given
about right.
given the in-depth amount of things that would need to happen and the fact that it's Harry Potter, its costs are going to start adding up with the characters because everybody knows what these characters are like. They can demand bigger price tags. So that's happening.
Yep.
And you said earlier...
There's more Warner Brothers news.
Yeah, what's this one?
HBO Max is officially being changed into Max.
Yeah, they're merging Disney Plus. Disney.
Discovery.
Disney.
Yeah.
Can you
Discovery
imagine
Plus.
that merger, Disney and HBO?
Oh my God. Yeah, so Discovery and HBO are merging to create Max coming May 23rd.
Which I'm all right with because I've been dying to watch some old Mythbusters episodes.
Yeah.
and I don't have keep saying Disney, Discovery Plus,
Same. Yeah.
and so like I'm down to go watch them.
When I saw that they announced this today, like the first thing popped up that was like Max is coming, and I was like, is this gonna replace HBO? Like, what's the deal? Like, I didn't know, and then I got that notification. I was like, oh, okay. So it's actually like if you have HBO is turning into Max.
Yeah, you'll just get more stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with
Guys,
that.
remember when Discovery Channel was good?
Oh, I miss those days.
Remember-
like Dirty Jobs.
Remember
and
when
Mythbusters.
Shark Week was good on
Yeah,
Discovery?
like Shark Week was decent, you know. Granted, it was like always the same, but like
No.
they found a way to spice it up every year.
Yeah.
No, but it got bad.
Yeah,
It got bad.
it got bad.
And then it got fake.
Oh yeah, like the Megalodon.
A few years, when they
or,
started doing the Megalodon, it's still alive.
there was another the Mermaids, I think was Discovery.
I forget.
Where they were like,
Yeah,
no,
that was
it
a
wasn't during
mermaid.
Shark
It was-
Week though, right?
no, that was
It was something
Which, like,
else.
don't get me wrong, some of those like fake-ish documentaries could
Mm-hmm.
be kind of interesting because they did one about dragons,
right
where they just were
Yeah.
like, okay, if dragons like were a thing, this is how they would
and
work.
they're like, who
Yeah.
should we narrate? Oh right, Patrick Stewart.
yeah, and like honestly, that was pretty interesting.
awesome.
Where they were like, oh yeah, they have to eat platinum.
Yeah, and that's
in
how they
order
can
to
produce the
fire
Yeah.
and stuff.
yeah, like stuff like that, or the future is wild.
Which wasn't really a fake documentary because
Right.
that was like, oh, like let's just see what the hell, you know, evolution, but
like
still great.
stuff like that. You know, which Walking with Dinosaurs was that the original? Was that
I don't know. Yes,
Discovery?
I want to say it was Discovery.
The
It was-
original.
It was,
That was a long time
either
ago,
Discovery
too.
or BBC. It might have been a
It
co-production.
might have been a co. But yeah, like that stuff's fun. But yeah, the Mermaids thing was so bad.
Although
Yeah.
speaking of
Did
walk,
you watch, Chris? Have you seen the Mermaids thing?
No.
Sam, did
No,
you?
never.
I did not watch
All
that.
right. So I
Is it any good?
It came out when I think I was in college. I think we were still in college at the time. You might have.
I
just
definitely didn't watch it.
graduated. But I remember it was on late, and that's why I had it on. But it's set as 100% factual. It's a guy sitting down with the guy who claims he has the footage. And it's like an hour-long interview of the two of them bringing up evidence like so often of the existence of mer people. And then it ends with a video of them in a submersible, and then you see them swimming above them.
Oh Jesus!
And that's the hour-long special. Like, it's played for, like, this is real. And
Oh, it's not
it's
even
like-
like the dragons one where
No.
like they open it with like if dragons existed,
No.
this is how it works.
No,
It's
it
just like
is
the
played
no,
like it's
just
real.
like the Megalodon one.
Yeah, it's exactly
just
so.
like-
It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
But anyway, Max and Discovery are coming together. You
Yeah.
know, it's nothing more than getting a nice little treat to put you to sleep, like all 18 seasons of
Look.
Deadliest Catch.
Look, these are merging at the perfect time where my kids are like toddlers, and I need dad shows.
Deadliest Catch is one of those
Dirty
shows.
Jobs.
Dirty
Dirty
Jobs
Jobs,
is another
yeah.
one. How it's made.
Oh, man, I love
Your house was
my
that was
God.
on in your house a lot.
I get lost in that show because I'm like, oh, how it's made it. Like, I don't even turn it on. I like turn the TV on and it's on. I'm like, ah, damn it, I should find something. How is a tennis ball made? just curious. Oh.
3 hours later, it's like, oh, that's how they make Nabisco wafers.
Yeah, right. That's how they mix the toffee.
Yeah. That
Those
makes
darn
canes.
Canadian shows.
Candy canes, pens,
some toffee,
Sorry.
saltwater taffy. Yeah, no, you get lost in that show. I
Yeah,
love it.
you really
Although,
do.
speaking of Walking with Dinosaurs, the thing that got me the closest to getting Apple TV Plus was that David Attenborough Prehistoric Planet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I was like, ooh, I could go for some Walking with Dinosaurs stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. Apple, you just need more. You just need more. You got to build it up. You got to build it up.
I think they're doing
Anyway.
another season of that.
Anyways.
Okay, so that wraps up kind of WB, HBO. I hate every news we cycle through just two studios, but
That's all there is.
you know,
nowadays.
Disney.
Yeah, like what else is there at this point?
On to Fox. Oh wait.
Well,
that's
Paramount
Disney.
removed Master
Oh.
Chief from its ads.
I completely I completely forgot to mention this beforehand, but we did get a in production teaser for the Penguin.
Oh,
did we?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
We saw some scenes, and it's like Batman Sopranos. It almost seems like, and I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah.
that
Yeah, do
sounds
different
right
things.
up
Try different
John's
things.
alley.
You need-
Oh yeah. This is a John show. This is 100% a John show.
All right, let's move on. Star Wars news. Star Wars Celebration had a thing that happened. There's a bunch of stuff that happens usually, but I think that the kind of the big talk, like discussion points, were the three directors essentially that are gonna continue on with the Star Wars movies.
3 movies.
The movies.
Like John brought it up a month ago. Like there are no movies in the works right now. It's at the time it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then boom, they announced 3 brand new movies.
Yeah, I think they finally came out with a plan of let's assess. Let's take a breather. Well, they came up with a strategy at least.
So
whether or not it's going to work, they're trying to keep with, a timeline type of arch. Whereas Marvel kind of operates on this like big baddie.
Yeah.
And then they do it in phases. Where Star Wars, it looks like they're going to stick with kind of a timeline approach where we have, old timeline, current, and then sort of like current, but a little bit more specific.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, let's start at the beginning. James Mangold, is going to be doing
known for the Wolverine trilogy.
Yes, and he did. I'm trying to think what the other thing.
Which, if
was
you
he
want to
did.
talk about a valley and a mountain, whoa.
Well, let's just say he is taking on the early Jedi days.
Yes, not even early. It's like the rise of the original Jedi.
Isn't it like Dawn of the Jedi, as they call it?
Set based on what people know of the Force. It's like 25,000 years before the Battle of Yavin is when the Jedi became.
Which
something.
I always love in TV shows and movies whenever they show that, 4 years before the Battle of Yavin,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, other than us, nerds, does anyone else know what the hell that's on about?
The Battle of Yavin. Yeah.
It's like BY.
I love that.
Sorry,
that
BBY.
Yeah, I love that is the starting point of the timeline. Like everything is based off of the Battle of Yavin. Like, was it episode 3 is like, I think it's like 18 years before the Battle of Yavin. Like, why couldn't that just be boom, Rise of the Empire? That's our starting point.
No, Battle of Yavin.
Nope, Battle of Yavin.
It's because it's the first movie, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So that's going to be one movie, and they'll probably do. Maybe they're shooting for a few. I'm guessing, but that's going to be kind of one section of the timeline, and then the next is going to be kind of picking up where Mando sort of is, and
it's
Ahsoka.
like the current timeline that we're in, like
They label it as
focusing
New
on right now.
Republic,
Yeah,
and that's going to be
post Jedi.
Yes. So this is going to be helmed by Filoni,
Right, the guy that you want it to be helmed by.
the guy who you want
Guys
to take
helming
over for
it
Kathleen
as
Kennedy.
you see right now.
Yeah,
So.
the guy, one of the 2 guys who I trust with this timeline
Yeah.
or this part of the timeline.
Not even this part. I'm very trusting of him with all of Star Wars at this point.
He understands it.
He
Him
understands
and his
it.
cowboy hat.
I like what he's doing. Everybody likes what he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into Mando later, but everybody likes what he's doing. He has his hand kind of in everything, along with Favreau, who still plays a major part. But I still trust Filoni. Just kind of his ability to think. He of all the directors we've seen and all the writers and all this other stuff we've seen, he is the one I most associate with. Like he's continuing Lucas's vision.
Yes.
Everybody else kind of puts a spin on it, and then obviously there's issues, but we all like Filoni. This is his kind of section, New Republic, and I think this kind of fits him right now with the current timeline we're looking at. And the last one, oh god, I'm going to pronounce this name wrong here. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Charmin Obaid Chinoy,
Okay.
Academy Award-winning Emmy Award-winning director behind Ms. Marvel and Saving Face.
Yes, marvelous Miss Marvel.
But she is going to be directing Daisy Ridley coming back and playing Rey.
Yeah,
She's building a new Jedi.
Rey Skywalker. Yeah, this is post the last movie that came out. And yeah, it's like she is now a Jedi Master training the next brood of Jedi, I guess. I don't know.
I was reading somewhere 10 years after.
10 years after? Okay.
Whether I don't know if that's true, but I was
but it's. I mean, I guarantee you they have an idea of what each movie is going to be.
They better.
Before they greenlit it.
Well, no, the problem was they didn't have an idea for, what is it, 7, 8, 9?
Yeah, they were like, let's make a movie.
Give J.J. Abrams it. And then he did nothing. And they were like, fuck.
Well, they gave 3 different directors. Well, they were thinking about
2.
Well, they gave 2, and they're like, oh, this is bad. We should probably bring back the original.
So speaking of that, did I read correctly? Ryan Johnson's series is still like...
He's still trying to get it.
It still
going.
exists.
Well, never happened.
It's been like set on the back burner, but no one's canceled it.
Like it's not been canceled.
No one
still
at
exists.
Disney is like acknowledging its existence either. Only he's the one poking that fire. Like,
Listen. If he's like, I want to set a murder mystery in the Star Wars universe, I'm 100%.
Oh yeah, no, he's proven.
Like,
that
let's
he can
do some
that.
Knives Out and Star Wars.
Yeah. But back to this last movie. Yeah, no, I'm good. Axe it. Get rid of it. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Listen, if there's any feelings I had about the new trilogy, it's you had some interesting stuff here, and that you did fuck all with it.
Yeah.
If this is like, okay, let's take Rey, who like had potential
In the first movie.
and then like you did fuck all with her in the next 2, despite the fact she's the main fucking character. Like, okay, yeah, let's take a second crack at this. Maybe we could get some Finn, who, once again, interesting character, had potential, and you did fuck all with him.
It's like first time you see him, he's like, Rey. She's like, what? He's like, tell you later.
It's like, why? This is the last movie. God damn it. Now's the time to tell. This is supposed to be the goddamn finale.
Look, if anything, I think we're all in agreement that this is the biggest question mark of the 3.
Yeah.
I
mean,
no, I have zero I
have interest.
I have zero interest in this, but it's Star Wars, so I'd probably still go see it. But like this is the one where I'm just like, no. Like I've been praying that like Mando just is like, oh wait, those 3 movies never existed. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Like that's what I want, and I know like everything's kind of like leading towards the direction of those movies, and like it's kind of disappointing that's
Sean, they're gonna Thor: The Dark World this. You do realize this, where they're gonna build an entire, pretty well written universe around a pretty shitty movie.
Yep, yeah. But like. Yeah, that's the route that Mando is gonna go, and Ahsoka and everything is that like, oh yeah, Snoke's here. There's this guy named Snoke.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about it, but Mando
I mean,
started kind of hinting at that a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Mando, like how long do we expect Mando to really go on for? You know,
I don't know. I don't know.
It is a TV series.
Didn't Catherine Kennedy come out and be like, "Oh yeah, we got like 6 more years of this" or something?
Yeah, I mean you don't
Or
wanna,
like we're 6 years away from the conclusion of that Mando storyline.
you don't want to push it too far. And
No,
yes,
you
you're
don't.
right. There is a bookend to this already.
Yeah,
There is a bookend.
And the problem that I have is the bookend sucks.
Yeah.
I know. It's like you already know the ending.
You know the ending, and you don't want that ending because of how bad that ending is.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
And, like,
if you're trying to build out this time
Filoni
slot,
already did one of those like switcheroos in Rebels where he was like, "No, Ahsoka is alive, ha ha ha," and that changes everything.
yeah.
And so like he already did that. Just do that for this, please. Just be like, no, this is the main timeline. That Snoke stuff. That was a different timeline that no one cares about.
It's a
anymore.
multiverse. It's the multiverse. All right, can we move on to the? Why don't we get to the trailer for Ahsoka then? Now
All
that
right.
you mention it.
Yeah, Ahsoka. We got a trailer.
Yeah.
It's like, Yeah, it's kind of what I expected. Thrawn is coming
100%.
back.
Thrawn's coming back, but more importantly, and more impressively,
Yeah.
not impressive, but it's only a matter of time. You're getting Rebels live action characters.
You've
getting
gotten all of them, but Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character. But though
Yes.
you got his voice in Rise of Skywalker.
yeah. So you're getting Hera,
Yeah.
and then
Sabine.
more importantly, I think the best one, and it deserves to be live action, is Sabine.
Yeah. Surprised that she's in this show and not Mando.
It could carry. It could cross over. It could cross over.
I'm
because-
just very surprised that she's making her debut in Ahsoka and not in Mando.
If it was going to be anything, it would be Ahsoka. It wouldn't necessarily be Mando. However, I'm sure there's going to be crossover between
Right.
both of them anyway. They pretty much said as much.
Yeah.
And then you get the droid Jumper, and then you actually see Ezra in there too.
Yep, as like a
he's
hologram.
confirmed to be in there.
But and then who's the big guy? I haven't seen very much
Oh
of Rebels.
God,
Because I mean, we'll get into it, but he makes an appearance in Mando.
he does as a fighter for the
for the New
Red-
Republic.
Yeah, the New Republic.
Like so,
They didn't say his. Did they say?
they
his
didn't
name?
say his name, but it is confirmed that
It is definitely him. Okay.
because it's same voice actor too.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
So Sam, you know when they're at the bar and there's like that big furry guy who comes up and sits down next to the old guy.
Like how you describe him as the furry guy.
I mean, he's fuzzy.
Oh! You're talking about he's fuzzy,
The
not
pilot. He's the rebel pilot.
Yeah.
not he
Non-human.
goes to conventions and does some stuff.
no, that
Non-human.
not that. No, but you know what? You know the guy character I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
from
from
Rebels.
Rebels.
Okay.
He's
all
one
right.
of the main characters on Rebels.
Yeah.
He's like the
forgot his-
hothead kind
I
of
forgot
guy.
his name.
Remember Firefly? He's the Jane character.
But okay, so Ahsoka comes out in August, and this
Yes.
is. I'm thinking this one's gonna be very exciting to watch.
Yeah.
And-
My feelings watching this was like, yeah, this should be fun.
The big news out of it though is Thrawn.
Oh yeah, we got a back of Thrawn.
But we got a confirmation on who Thrawn is. It's Lars Mikkelsen, who voiced Thrawn in Rebels, who I want to say, like a year ago, I said he was going to be cast as him because of rumors, and you all shot me down. You're like, no, that'll never happen. Well,
Sean,
suck it.
So we talked about rumors 3 times. and Sean's been right.
Do you
one
remember
time.
this conversation?
No, I
Go
don't.
back, listen to the tapes.
don't remember this at
Yeah,
all.
we're what?
What, like-
150 episodes in?
More.
400 episodes?
Almost 4.
Jesus. Yeah.
Like, do you really want me to go back and remember like 2 seconds of a conversation where you were like, "What if Lars Mikkelsen plays him?"
Yeah.
And we were just like, "Yeah, they never cast voice actors in these roles." And then we moved the fuck on. Who was right, Sam? Who was right?
Hey,
I
we
accept your apologies.
Hey, we
I'm
could,
sorry.
Yeah,
you
but
were
it doesn't
right
make
one
any
time.
money. It doesn't make any money. We can sue for my idea about renting.
That's
movie
true.
theaters
That is
out.
true. That you came out with that first.
Yeah, we can
was
sue for that. That's on the tape. Somewhere.
There's a timestamp with a date on it.
Okay, so Ahsoka. I mean, we're all pretty excited for her. I think it's nice
Sure.
to kind of get
Yeah,
back to the
looks-
Jedi Sith.
It looks
thing.
fun. It looks interesting. I see a lack of Tatooine, so I'm all crazy about that.
Right.
and
I think a crossover.
And it also doesn't have the Obi-Wan problem of like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, that's. Oh God, that's true.
Also we get Mrs. Ewan McGregor in this as well.
Who?
Mary Winston.
Mary Elizabeth Winston.
Elizabeth
yeah,
Winston.
Mary Elizabeth Winston. That's it.
Yeah, she's playing Hera.
Yeah, she is a character from Rebels.
Yeah.
She's the Twi'lek or
So-
some Twi'lek to some.
Ewan McGregor desperate to get his entire family in this.
Well, I mean,
Hey, why not?
his uncle was Wedge.
Yeah.
So I think Star Wars runs in the family.
Whatever, man.
I'm just waiting for him to
You.
announce that Train Spotting was in the Star Wars universe.
You do you. All right, so let's move away from Star Wars a little bit here. Let's
right.
go into some Marvel because we finally got the Marvels trailer.
Yes.
Comes
So-
out in November.
Literally combining, like, obviously Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel, and then the TV show Ms. Marvel, and then technically WandaVision.
Yeah.
All three of those shows kind of combine into one to make a movie.
Feature film.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It looks relatively fun.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks fun.
But not like it's gonna be good.
You don't think it's going to be
I don't-
good?
The trailer looked fun.
Remind
like,
me again, what did you think of Captain Marvel?
I liked Captain Marvel.
Okay, you did. Okay.
I actually liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed Captain Marvel.
And I liked WandaVision.
Yeah.
And I did not watch Ms. Marvel.
I watched some of Ms. Marvel, and safe to say it's a young adult show.
Yeah,
it's
so
not.
for me.
That's why I didn't watch it. Where I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sure this is all right, but this is not my show.
It's like Cloak and Dagger almost, where it's like young adult. But
Right.
It's like it's part of Marvel, and I know the characters, but it's
like
just
Cloak
so...
and Dagger if it wasn't on Freeform.
Yeah.
or my feelings with like the Runaways, where it's like,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
this is actually all right, but like this is not my show.
Season
tough one to get through.
was that 3?
There was a third one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I barely finished the
I
second
watched
one.
the first one. I never watched the
Yeah.
second one.
Second one wasn't bad. Season 3.
I'll fully admit, I only watched the first season to be like, all right, this Velociraptor with the nose ring,
Yeah.
does he ride a skateboard at any point? Because I want this Velociraptor
we're
to be a
spinning.
rad 90s Velociraptor, like doing like grinds on some like poles and being like, cowabunga!
We're spiraling hard.
The amount
now.
of likes in that statement, my God.
Wow, you are a young adult.
Like, oh my God.
We spiraled
A
really
young
hard.
adult from 2002.
Can we spin it back up to get to the trailer here itself?
Back to the trailer.
Yeah, so the trailer looked fun. I will give you that. Like, it's
Yeah.
going to be a fun ride.
Yeah,
But
it
do I
looks
think
fun.
it's going to be necessarily a good movie?
I don't know. I mean, Samuel Jackson's in it.
I mean, honestly, at this
know.
point, I just want fun.
I'm fine with fun.
Yeah, that's true. I want tonal like stability. Let's call it throughout.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, don't get serious with this. Just have some fun.
Also,
Yeah, and it looks like they do a little bit.
Yeah.
'Cause
Also,
it
if-
looks like Brie
if-
Larson's kind of lightened up from her usual,
Yeah.
like brooding
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, which Endgame is kind of one of those
But
movies, but
we have
still,
we have what's it? Khan. What's her name?
Camilla Khan.
Camilla Khan. Yeah. But we have Camilla Khan, who looks like a nice little comic relief of like, oh, look,
She's a teenager.
She's like Marvel fanboy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, she literally is a Captain Marvel fan.
Yeah, where it's
girl.
like, okay, this is gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Little. And she's gonna be like, oh yeah, I get to save the world. It's gonna be a little fish out of
do
water.
we know timeline? It's after Endgame, right?
My question is,
WandaVision.
well, it's definitely after WandaVision.
Yeah.
It has to be. But I'm wondering where this is compared to Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion comes out first, right?
First, but does this movie take place before or after?
Because we see we see
Is this Samuel L. Jackson or is it imposter Samuel L. Jackson?
yeah, is
what I'm
this
saying.
what's his face?
Yeah. Talos.
It's not.
Talos.
It's not Tennant. Who plays him? Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk?
No, it's not him either. Dang, who was his name?
No, why am I blanking on that guy's name?
God damn it. Do I have to look it up?
That Australian son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's
John knows.
Ready Player One. What's the heck, man?
He was in that, like,
was in
murder
Rogue
movie
One.
show thing. Yeah.
He's the bad guy in Rogue One.
Anyways,
Yeah, like the best Star Wars movie. We can't
I
think
know.
of the bad guy.
you're going to say it and we're going to be like, oh, yeah, that guy.
We were this close to greatness.
Yeah. But, no,
Oh, Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn.
I keep thinking of Mad Mickelson.
Right.
And I was like, no, it's
Not
so
Mad.
close. It's so close.
God, he's such a distinguishable voice. Too.
Oh,
yeah.
How do you forget that?
Mad Mickelson's in Rogue One too.
Yeah, I think that's what throws me off, is that they're both in the same movie.
He plays the bad guy in Robin Hood. I forgot about that.
Wait, which Robin Hood?
The bad. Well,
The bad one.
That's-
The
the
Russell Crowe
Russell Crowe one, the
speaking
non-Russell
Greek
Crowe
one.
one. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay.
Anyways.
Yep. So
Yeah.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Miss
The
Marvels.
Marvels.
The Marvels. Yeah.
And I have to admit, them playing Intergalactic in the
Yeah,
trailer
yes.
might have influenced me a little. Because, like, you put that song on, I will love anything.
Yeah. No, there's a select few Beastie Boys songs where I'm like, this is awesome. It's like this and like Sabotage.
And you don't like Star Trek.
No, I like that opening scene of Star Trek where he's driving, listening to Sabotage.
Yeah, but it just
and you
carries
see the
throughout the
USS
whole-
Enterprise. Well, yeah, and then it has the callback, which is so dumb.
Yeah. But all right, this was an early trailer, by the way.
Very
November,
early.
so we're
Yeah.
6 months out.
Yeah. So
6 months?
7 months.
7 months. Yeah, we're 7 months out.
Because May is 6 months out.
Oh man, that's an early one.
half birthday.
That's
All
why
right.
I know it.
All right, let's finish up with our last trailer here
Sam.
that carries over from last week.
Finally, Sam gets to talk about
His favorite toy as
in
a
the
child.
Max Steel cinematic universe, aka the Mattel cinematic universe.
Well, it's also TMNT, so let's.
TMNT's not.
They're not
it's-
Mattel,
no,
are they?
No, they're Nickelodeon technically now.
But they
Should be
didn't start off
Paramount.
as that.
They were New Line Cinema.
That's right, they were a new
Which,
line.
speaking of TMNT, real quick, they released a trailer for the new
God.
Seth Rogen produced one.
Yes, they did.
Did you? I hated that.
Oh,
trailer.
you hated it?
It looked.
Is it
it
the-
looked bad.
I'm gonna say, is it the art style that you
It
can't
was-
get past?
It was the art style, but it was like almost the weird actiony scenes where it just kind of didn't hit right.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh, this might be entertaining.
I'm excited. It looks interesting.
And I have not said that about TMNT
Not quite sure
thing
how
ever.
I feel about Master Splinter having an afro, but I'll give this movie a shot. Bebop and Rocksteady look pretty cool.
First live action, well, not first movie that they've actually been in. First like cinematic movie they've been in.
No. They were in
Bebop
Out
and
of the
Rocks.
Shadows.
Were they really?
Yeah, don't you
Oh, I
remember
didn't
them
see
fighting?
that.
Yeah, you did. We went
Did-
to the drive-in.
Did we see that at the
Listen,
drive-in?
Chris,
Wait,
I've-
no, hold on. I think
Listen,
the truck-
Chris, I've always wanted to be a detective, all right?
that was the first one.
No, that's the second
That's
one.
the second one.
That
Did
was
we
the
skip
second
watching the first movie?
We did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. This is
I have
probably why-
not
this
watched
is
the
probably
first
why I
one.
don't
I've watched the
remember it.
second one.
Look, that's how I know that how to impress girls by stating the measure of pi to what, the 27th decimal? According to Tyler Perry's Baxter's character.
Oh, God.
He could probably only name pi to the first 7. I could name it to the first 25. I'm a nerd.
Okay, anyway. All right, so I don't remember that then.
Yeah,
All right, that's
they're-
such a
they are
forgettable
in
movie
that.
then.
Oh,
All
it
right.
is. All I remember
Second.
is I've always wanted to be a detective.
Oh, yeah, it's so bad.
Anyways, Barbie.
Yes. Yes.
So we're getting a Barbie movie, guys.
Yeah.
And like normally I would be like, who the fuck cares?
However,
But this is directed by Greta Gerwig, and I love her as a director. And so as soon as that was announced, I was just like, son of a bitch, I'm going to have to go see the Barbie movie. And I watched this trailer. I went, son of a bitch, I feel like this is going to be good.
Really? This looked awful.
so okay, so to give you an idea, the script went out, and Margot Robbie was recently talking about it, and she read the script and went, "Oh God, they're never gonna let us make this movie,"
yeah.
and they greenlit it. So this is
On the cheap, too,
It-
it looks
yeah.
like.
no, I don't think it's on the cheap.
No, I mean, this movie has a lot of people in it.
A lot.
I know,
of
but
people.
come on. It looks pretty cheap.
It does, like, I think what you're thinking of is, like, it's supposed to look like everybody's
100
dolls.
million.
Okay, so it's not. Okay, it's not
No,
cheap, but it's not blockbuster.
no, but it's not supposed to be blockbuster.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's still less than D&D.
That's true.
Okay, so we got Margot Robbie.
Oh God.
We got Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
We got
I got
Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Kate McKinnon.
Yep.
You got Dua Lipa. You've got Sima Liu, like you said. Michael Cera, Helen Mirren, Will Ferrell.
God, I have no interest in seeing any of those people.
America
on screen.
Ferrera, Rhea Perlman, John Cena.
Still no.
It's just like. So, from what I understand that I've heard, it takes place in like fake Barbie world, and these are all Barbies. But Margot Robbie,
she goes into the real world.
Or Margot Robbie and what's his face, Ryan Gosling, go into the real world
With his roller skates.
with his roller skate. He doesn't go anywhere without.
Yeah,
those
he
roller
doesn't go
skates.
anywhere without those.
No one's quite sure who's real and who's fake, or a toy, because they really haven't announced any of that. And I think that's kind of like the reason to get people to come in and go see the movie is like this movie is so batshit crazy. It's
I'm clearly pro Barbie. Chris is clearly anti Barbie.
Yeah.
Sean, where do you stand on this?
I'm interested. I wouldn't say like gung ho Barbie, but I'm like backing towards the fence a little bit. Like, I don't know. We'll see.
Do you think they're going to have the sex scene that America World Police had? Just like just like the legs, just weird. And there's no like body parts or anything.
That's so...
You know they're going to do that when they go to the beach,
yeah.
quote unquote beach.
Well, they
in
say
Barbie
like,
World.
they're like, hey, do you want to come over and spend the night? And do what?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. You know what the answer is going to be in the movie, right? It's just going to be a fashion show. They're just going to try on outfits.
Like in Toy Story 3?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, just like that one.
With
All they're going to
Michael
do
Keaton.
all they're going to do is do a fashion show.
I don't know. Michael Keaton is a hard Ken to follow. Just like he was a hard Batman to follow.
We'll just see how this movie does. Yeah. And what really bothered me is that it wasn't until after the trailer came out that somebody dubbed over the Barbie Girl song.
Oh, okay.
And they used that in the trailer.
I'm wondering if they either the
I feel like I
rights
heard
were
there
too
was like
much
some
or-
issues with that.
yeah, I wouldn't doubt that there were, but come on.
right, but I mean, if they can't get the rights,
If you're
they can't get the
gonna
rights.
drop money on something, you might as well do it on the stupid song. Not stupid, loved it, but still,
Yeah.
come on.
I don't know. This is a movie that, like I said, I'll when does it come out?
I was just about to look that up.
It's
Actually,
like summer, right?
July 21st.
oh man, that's summer blockbuster.
It is a summer blockbuster.
That sounds
yeah.
no. I'm not going to drive-in for that.
No.
That's
I don't know. It's,
Discount
Guys,
Tuesday.
I need someone to go see this movie.
I'll end up going to see it.
Are you gonna bring your dolls?
No, it's like I don't want to see this movie by myself because I will be that creepy dude.
Seeing it with other people won't make it that.
No, if I see it with someone else, if I see it with a
What you
girl,
do-
I could just pretend like, oh, my girlfriend dragged me here.
What you do
if I see it
is-
with another guy, I can be like, oh, I'm just a gay couple. I don't care.
What you do,
all right?
is
I'm
you
seeing
bring
this
a
movie.
you bring a little notepad with one of those little lights that sticks up and just make notes throughout the movie.
Oh, great! Really make me
you
look
can be
like
a Siskel
pervert.
or Ebert.
No, it'd be more of a pervert if he was like, sit in the back row by yourself in the corner with a light and a pad of paper and just scribbling it the whole time.
Yeah. This
I
is
like-
what Barbie would do.
I like Barbie.
What movie did I do that for?
Like, were you just taking notes the whole time? Or
there was
were
a
you
movie.
perving
There
out?
was a
Like-
movie that I went to see where I did take notes. I forget what movie it was though. It was when we were originally started
Yeah,
doing this,
yeah.
and then I didn't have the light though. I didn't have the light.
Okay, that's good. I
And
guess.
and in my defense, there was only 2 of us in the movie theater because I saw it at some off time. But
Yeah.
I've thought about doing like bringing notepads in, and then I'm like, no, like that would just ruin the experience for me.
Yeah. I like soaking it all in and then writing down, like, if I have notes, writing them down.
Okay. Anyway, Barbie girl trailers happened,
So
so we'll see.
I'm the only one who's fully pro Barbie at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll review it when we get to it.
Alrighty.
All right. So let's do Mario or Mando.
Mando, we'll end on Mario.
Okay. All right. So Mandalorian. So we haven't talked in a few weeks. So we had
3 episodes.
5 episodes, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
We're not going to rehash a bunch of stuff here, but I mean, we're skipping. I'm going to skip to 6.
Okay. Well, yeah. So
We'll do it.
it's the pirate.
The pirate battle episode.
Right. Well, the names of the episode, it was the pirate,
Guns for Hire.
Guns for Hire, and then the spy.
Yes.
So the pirate was just like, pirates show up, Mando show up, bang bang, pirate's dead. All right, Mando, you guys have land. Yay, we're on Navarro now again.
Got
And
it.
that was the episode.
Yep.
So and then we had a fun episode. And this is where
Yes.
this is something that is the controversy that we want to dabble in here, because I guess there's some fans out there, Star Wars fans.
Yes.
Supposed dedicated Star Wars fans who got very upset with Filoni and Disney and Star Wars for inserting the not cameos, but characters of
they're cameos.
Jack Black,
And
Lizzo, and
Christopher Lloyd.
I didn't hear anything about Christopher Lloyd,
Yeah, no. But
God damn it.
but for some
What?
reason,
I just figured out, Marty, it's the droids. That was going to be my intro. Damn it.
but
I knew it would come back.
there are Star Wars fans out there.
Yeah, absolutely hate the fact that
Absol-
Lizzo and Jack Black are in this.
absolutely.
Which,
hated
like,
that.
I've heard Lizzo is actually a Star Wars fan.
And I'm sure Jack Black is too.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Jack Black
All right,
is.
so let's just take those two characters and dissect those two characters.
Let's take those two characters, put any other actor in their role, and be like, does it somehow add or ruin this
Right.
character?
No.
No? Okay. Why the fuck are you complaining?
Okay, we'll go with this complaint really quick. I'm looking at those two characters. You got Jack Black and Lizzo's characters, whatever their characters are. How they are seen and how they act through the episode, how they matter and whatnot. And I look at them and I just look at how those two people act as the characters. Jack Black kind of overacts it a little bit.
Which, like,
whatever.
But he's like a ham in the show anyway.
Yeah,
So I
he's
guess
supposed to play
no,
a ham.
That's
so,
fine.
like,
Lizzo, I actually really enjoyed her character.
Right?
I really
I can't stand any of her music whatsoever.
I can't
but
stand. I
still.
don't like her. Her music is, but like I really liked her.
was
I
all
really,
right.
really liked her. She was like after the episode, I went on IMDb and I was like, oh yeah, that was Lizzo. Cool.
Right?
yeah, like, I before I watched this, I actually knew about the controversy, so I was like, okay, let's see if there's any reality to this. And, like, I watch it, I'm like, what the fuck are you guys complaining about?
Yeah.
And I would like to point out, my 2 favorite episodes of this season are the 2 lowest scored episodes on IMDb.
So this one.
So it's this one and the spy one.
This one
on
and the
Coruscant.
convert.
Yeah.
Covert.
The covert. Yeah.
Like, those are my 2 favorite ones.
The covert. Okay. I just want to throw this out there. So I don't know if you picked up on this. I read a little thing about it. That episode made a Star Wars meme canon. So the Star Wars meme is come to the dark side, we have cookies. What did the guy miss the most about the, dark
cookies,
side?
yeah.
The cookies.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just, I'm not slowly. I think I've said it here before where it's like, God damn it, I hate Star Wars fans.
So
Because it's like, you guys are the motherfuckers who didn't sit down and watch Andor, all right?
yeah.
The best written Star Wars thing ever.
Okay. We'll I don't want to get into that again. But look,
It's getting a
Star
second
Wars
season,
fans,
Sam Conrad.
these guys are supposedly upset because they popularized the show, which
Yeah.
you can't really do anymore, but considering Grogu is pretty much everywhere.
Right?
You can't say that. Look, if they're gonna have cameos, you're gonna have cameos. You just need to freaking deal with it.
Look at the first
Also-
ever episode. Like the guy, like
With the comedian who was the driver for the shuttle.
yeah, because he's a huge Star Wars nerd. So obviously they pulled him in as a cameo in the first
I
episode.
hate to break it to them, like a lot of people in the industry are Star Wars fans.
Yeah,
Right?
Like
Especially the bigger ones, like, Jack Black's not a small guy. He's a nerd. He's a nerd.
yeah, it turns out a lot of like nerds go into the entertainment industry.
Yeah, right?
who knows?
It's weird.
It's so stupid. Like, these guys just need to get over it.
And also, it's not like they were that important of characters.
no, yeah, it's not like they changed
Okay,
the outcome.
so
Also-
here's the thing. Here's the thing. These characters are going to be very important later.
okay,
Did you pick that up? Did you pick it up? So
Yeah.
they said in the show, and this, I think this is the main point of the episode, I think. Aside from, just showing battle droids again in live action.
right? Super battle droids,
Yeah.
normal battle droids,
But I
bring
think
back the voice actor.
the main point is that this planet, and they said that they would officially represent them or essentially second them
Yeah.
to become a planet again as part of, I'm assuming the New Republic at this point. So they would stand up and support them in this, which I think is very important given what's happened or what we know is going to happen when they try and take back Mandalore for themselves.
yeah,
So the whole point of this episode was to show that these guys will stand with them when they file for, their independence again or whatever it is.
right.
Also, just want to point out this is another Bryce Dallas Howard episode.
It is
and
a
I
Bryce
love her
Dallas.
episodes.
She's getting.
She had the AT-AT episode.
She's
or
getting-
ATST,
I
sorry.
think-
ATSD one. She had the best episode of Book of Boba Fett, which is the first one that Mando shows up.
Yeah.
That has like no Boba Fett in it.
Her directing episodes have been getting better.
I
every time.
like her episodes that she
Right?
directs. It's
Either
like,
either
great.
she's either. Well, I mean, the story is not really written. I guess it's pretty much written for them anyway. It's
Yeah.
just I kind of like it because it was
And,
it was a fun episode. It was a fun episode.
It was a good like tangent episode where it's like, oh, let's just see him be like, solve a murder mysteries or
Very like
Although
noir
no
crime
murder
kind of like
like we end up in a droid morgue, which is a thing.
the droid bar.
Droid bar, yeah.
Like it was very like noir-esque of an episode of like
Oh, yeah. And I
solving
loved
the
it.
cri-
I
it
did.
was
You
great.
gave us a basic episode, but for somehow you still built the universe out
It was-
even further.
It
And
was
it's just-
fun. Like I had a lot of fun with that episode.
right? And Christopher Lloyd, God bless you, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's you
Being
can
a
tell
separatist.
he's struggling to kind of
Oh, he's getting
he's,
up
he's,
there
he's,
in age.
He's old. He's old, and kudos to him.
Yeah, he's
Respect
still
him.
acting. I know a few years pre-pandemic he was on an episode of like The Connors and stuff like he's still getting out there and acting.
Hey, man.
Hey, if you
Kudos
love
to
what
you.
you do.
Yeah, hey,
But look,
stay busy.
for all you Star Wars fans that hated this episode, you have no right to watch what happened today on this week's episode. I don't care what you think. Your opinion does not matter. And let me tell you guys, I don't think I've ever been more excited to watch a TV show in a long time.
This episode
this-
was cool.
And this episode was phenomenal.
It's like back to Mandalore. All right.
Like I had one problem with this episode where it was like, okay, guys, like how do you not see this as a trap?
Right. Oh yeah.
Where it's like, oh, let's chase it. Let's go down this alleyway. Oh, it's suspiciously well built up here, like an Imperial base. Whatever.
Yeah, heated battle. You could get through it. I mean, it's like I don't think I've ever been more excited watching just everything about this. It's just like simple things like Mando pledging his allegiance to her.
Yeah.
It's just it almost made me cry because like the second you put the music back on, and I'm like, oh God, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is by far my favorite show on TV. But everything about this
Yeah.
is
It's
fantastic.
And so you have the whole introduction to this episode where like they're like, we need to squash the Mandalorian threat once and for all. But you get an idea of what this was, the
Shadow
Council, what they're trying to do to bring back the Empire, because they kind of talk about cloning a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
it's-
like I forgot how much I missed Esposito just
Yeah.
hamming it up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's so amazing. Just like, oh, I'm just gonna I'm gonna chew the fucking scenery.
Hux was one of the people of the Shadow Council, which General Hux from the new movies. He's the one. He's the is it the Weasley or whatever, the redhead.
the cloner guy.
No,
No.
from the new movies.
Is he the captain?
Maybe it's Captain Hux. He's the redhead one that like.
Yeah, no,
for
I know who you're
whatever
talking
reason
about, but like I
turns-
don't remember him.
No, so yeah, he's the
The
guy. He had a
council.
cap on.
Yeah, the cap. He was the captain.
Yeah.
He's a science officer, essentially.
I guess so. Yeah.
That was a different actor though.
I know, but Hux is his last name.
Was
so
it
it was
Hux?
like,
All right.
hint, hint, here's the
Yeah.
link.
It was Commandant or something like that.
Something like that. I forget. Commandant Hux or whatever. But yeah, there's
like the cloner guy, the guy who they kept being like, "Oh yeah, you're working on cloning."
yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's he's the guy who filled the request form for
Yes.
TIE fighters, bombers, things like that.
Right. So yeah, so it's tying into the new trilogy, guys.
Yeah, but I don't care what. At this point, just the ride is just so freaking good.
And like Grogu is now IG 12.
Yeah, right.
He has a battle
Which
armor.
which I like.
I like, but I hate.
I like. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I, like
I mean
it, but
they're
I
really
hate it.
going out of their way to be like, "Oh yeah, we have to make him relevant."
He sees Mando get captured, but yet he doesn't
Use the Force.
do anything. Yeah, that's.
But Jon Favreau's character.
Oh, John Favreau going out of his way to be like, "I'm gonna play the most badass character
Like,
ever,
right?
And none of you can stop me."
I watched that scene. I don't know how if you guys like watch like random videos on YouTube, but like there's a series of videos out there where it's just called like when the Doom music hits or when the Doom soundtrack hits.
I am aware of the meme.
Yes. I either want that to already exist of that scene or I need to make that scene with the Doom music, because him going off on those stormtroopers, like that needs the Doom music.
Okay, so here's where my mind is throughout that entire like final 15 minutes where they're battling through the underground. There was watching them kill like stormtroopers and throwing them off edges, and they're like, "This is a perfect place for a Wilhelm scream. Why am I not getting Wilhelm scream? Where's the damn Wilhelm scream?"
I was thinking this is a places for railings and railing related deaths. But you know, not many people get that reference. So
Yeah, that's
there
what
was
it
that was a tough scene to watch a little bit. You know, shed a little tear for him.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
he just
like-
says, "This is the way," and it just
oh yeah,
come on.
This is the way.
Of course it is the zealots.
yeah. It was just like I was very surprised that they killed him. Like
I mean,
I wasn't like you almost expected it.
I mean, he was kind of a non-character
Right,
in a
but,
lot of ways.
so what's the character's name?
yeah. He's like the last guy
Exactly.
of the
No
Death.
one knows.
Yeah, he's like a
he's
non-character.
like the son of the Death Watch leader, right?
Yeah, I think so. But he has a
Car-
son.
Was it Karga?
He has like his character got growth this season, which should have been a like obvious sign that he was gonna
Yeah,
die.
like 2 centimeters of growth. Like, oh yeah, and I have a couple lines.
Oh, okay. So Brendol Hux, sorry, I just saw it, which is the father of General Hux from the sequel trilogy. So
Not the same, but
It's not the same guy, but
father.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, how do you not get that
So
actor?
we're
What
a
else is
generation
he doing?
removed, so we have a nice gap between when this is
Oh,
going
yeah.
on and
Oh,
when
yeah.
you know the
And-
disaster happens.
also during that whole Shadow thing, mention Thrawn again.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
mention
Where
the
is he?
Thrawn. The
Where
return
I
is
of
think
the
so.
He's not here.
Thrawn's going to be the
He's gonna end up.
he's
so
going to be the guy, right?
he
Like,
is gonna be the one trying to claim the Emperor's throne. Mm-hmm. So
with support from it seems like with
Everyone.
support from the Shadow Council or
Yeah.
whatever it is. So Look, I mean, a lot of stuff's happening, and I'm so excited. I can't wait till what happens. I might have to rewatch the season until up,
Yeah, I
until
mean,
next
like,
week.
there's another thing. Like, a lot of Star Wars fans have not been digging this season. I have.
Which I don't get.
I don't get it either.
I did see a meme from Rick and Morty where it's like, your boos mean nothing to me. I've seen what your cheers are for. It's like, our boos mean nothing to me. And it shows like the audience rating on Rotten Tomato for the season, which is like, it's rotten. Your boo, your cheer, because I've seen what you cheer for, and it's Rise of Skywalker, which has a positive audience rating.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Look,
I don't care.
I'm curious what people are upset about. I mean, it's the same, it's literally the same show.
Yeah, I
Carrying
mean,
over, I think the only difference is it's not episodic, like there's a task or a planet you're going to do work on.
I think just it's people want to complain.
You think?
Yeah.
People are never happy no matter what.
And it's just
Right?
like
Just trust in the product.
the Star Wars fan base, like for every one of us, there's like two guys who are just toxic beyond all hell.
Right?
And it's like, you just want to complain, don't you? Like,
Right.
Just one other thing from this is you had the guards.
the Praetorian guards.
Praetorian, that's what they're called. Which were the throne room guards when Snoke dies in the second one. Same kind of guards.
Yeah. Yeah.
So another call to the sequel trilogy, which is like one of those reasons where I'm like, I'm enjoying the show, but like, why are we making all these connections? Can we just
Because,
not?
like, you have to.
I don't know. No, we don't. We can just pretend it never happened.
Right.
It never happened, Sam. It was just a dream. It was a fever dream. Like, even Mark Hamill was like, yeah, no, those movies sucked. Like, Luke Skywalker hates those movies, guys. Like, come on.
Well, they were good. Like,
No, we're not getting into the Star
No,
Wars
but
movies.
he hated his character development, and he was like, that's not Luke.
Well,
This is
yeah, because
somebody
they made the
else's
movie
Luke."
to kill off the original trilogy characters.
I mean, they are like 70, so.
Yeah, but why? Why did they need to do that?
They didn't.
Because they're eventually going to die, so.
They didn't need to do that.
They didn't need to do it.
I mean, granted, Carrie Fisher, God bless her, but I mean, you didn't need to. Maybe Han Solo was the one. Maybe that was the only one.
Yeah.
But why do all three? Like, why? Why? I don't know. I mean, come on.
Because of
All
the
right.
sacred
All right.
scrolls.
Anyway, let's move on to movies. Let's continue on because we're
My
getting
stick.
late on time here.
Yeah. All right.
Mario.
All right. So, did we all see this?
Hell no.
You did not
Nope.
see this. You didn't see this.
No.
Wow. Okay. So,
got
What do you
terrible
mean, wow?
reviews.
It's
and
not
like,
the best reviewed movie.
no. Okay. That's fine. So I went to go see it. My 2-year-old, obsessed with Mario, kind of had to see this. So this is also his first ever movie in a movie theater.
You sit down and watch the whole thing.
He sat down and watched the whole movie.
Nice.
Like, loved every second of it. Gave his own little commentary of like, Mario, Donkey Kong. So it was great.
Were there other kids in the theater too? or-
There were some, but he was by far the youngest.
Okay.
So sat down, saw the reviews, and was like, I'm seeing this for my boy. Like that, you always make that like sacrifice.
You would have seen this anyway, regardless.
I don't know. After seeing those reviews, if it was up to me, I would have been like, maybe if Sam comes with me on Tuesday. So I sat down, I watched it. It's like 90 minutes. It's a short film.
Good. It should be.
It should be. But I mean, could this have been a 2.5 hour movie? Yeah, it would have been really, really bad and drawn out. But I mean, they find ways to do that for whatever reason. So this movie has gotten a lot of hate for like Chris Pratt being Mario.
Yeah, whatever.
I know you say whatever, but that is a lot of hate. A lot of people are shitting on this movie because of that.
Because he's not Italian, or he doesn't have the Italian.
Because he
voice?
does. If you watch the trailer, like he didn't try to be Mario, like the "It's me, a Mario," like how you would expect Mario to be.
Some would probably
So-
misconstrue that as being racist.
I
too.
understand that, But I'm just saying how the collective internet views it. Everyone hated Chris Pratt being cast.
But can you imagine him doing the Italian fake voice? Can you imagine
First
the
time
backlash
you
from
see
that?
it, first time you see Mario is I don't know if you've seen the commercial, like the Super Mario Brothers plumbing. Like it was one of the trailers that came out. They did like a Super Mario Brothers like plumbing advertisement and whatnot. He does it in that. He's like, "Hey, you call us, we're fixing your sink," and like that, and then it cuts to like them watching it for the first time, and they're like, "Oh wow, that was great," and like Luigi's like, "Oh, you think that the accents were a little much?" He's like, "No, it'll be fine," but he still kind of has a little bit of an accent, but it's not the like, "It's me, a Mario."
It's not as racist.
Yeah. So like that, I was like, okay, I'm glad they settled it that way. And on top of that, Mario's and Luigi's dad is voiced by the voice actor who does the voice of Mario. So I was like, all right, he's in this movie. I'm happy. He gets a paycheck out of it.
Because the voice actor's in it, it's acceptable.
It's
now.
Well, yeah, he's been voicing Mario since Mario 64.
So, but the studio doesn't have he doesn't have a right to be in this movie.
I know. But he's the voice of Mario.
Like a common courtesy.
It's
at
like
that point.
it's like what they did with Cortana. It's like, yeah, that's the correct route to go. The voice of Cortana should be Cortana. But either way,
That made that show so much
Well, they
better.
needed to, needed
right?
to try and save it somehow.
So yeah, the movie is just Bowser trying to capture Peach because he's in love with her.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
It's very end of Cinderella-ish.
Well, if you play any of the games, I think it's like Super Mario Galaxy. He's trying to marry her in that game. Yeah. Either way. So yeah, that's kind of the goal.
It's just so weird.
yeah.
What category would that fall under on a Pornhub? Is there a Bowser category?
There's a Bowsette.
There is a Bowsette character. Yeah. Okay.
We'll talk later about what that means.
The female version of Bowser.
I gotcha.
Gender swap. Anyways, yeah, so it's just they get sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom. They get split up. There's the different realms in the universe, and they have to fight Bowser's army to defeat him and save Luigi. And obviously they do, and that's it. And No Sleep Till Brooklyn is played in this movie, so call back to the other Beastie Boys song that we mentioned in this podcast today.
Did they play the Underground Castle theme song?
They play it like everything.
Oh, they
honestly,
do? All right,
if you
all right.
listen to the soundtrack, it's a pretty good soundtrack. It's like an orchestral, like amazing version of like every Mario song. It's great.
Okay.
Fun fact: was it Super Mario Brothers? The soundtrack to that, the game, just got added to the Library of Congress. First video game soundtrack ever added.
Hells
to the
yeah.
Library of Congress.
Halo's next.
God, the soundtrack is awesome for Halo. Sorry.
yeah. Halo's amazing.
I
Anyways.
shouldn't go to Halo.
No, so that's the plot. Very simple plot. I wasn't like thinking I was going to get blown away. Coming out of this movie, I don't understand the hate this movie got. And there are a lot of people out there that are in the same boat as me, where like, I think it's like a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is not a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes.
At least a 55.
Yeah. No, it's like the fact that it's a 90-minute movie, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, it skips around way too much. It speeds through. It's like, yeah, I'm so happy it does that, because if it stuck around for too long, this movie would have sucked. But it knew what it was, and it's just like
Cash grab.
Well,
It was a cash grab.
Sam, name a video game movie that's not a cash grab.
I don't know, any of the Yule Ball stuff.
Double Dragon.
Oh God, yeah, they're
Actually,
all
no.
cash grabs.
The fight game.
Which one?
The live action fight. What the heck was it? It's
Which one?
Tekken.
Tekken. Oh,
Not a cash grab. No way.
Oh, 100% a cash grab.
That's a cash
Dude,
grab,
guys.
Yeah.
What did they expect to make from that cash
Guys,
grab? When you
It
box
wasn't
office on
released
this
in the
one?
States. It was just
I
released
just I just want to say this.
What?
We should do a Common Classic Street Fighter.
I'm 100% behind that.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Best comic book fighting movie, or not comic book, best game fighting movie created for live action.
It's like I've watched reviews of that movie, and
Have
I'm
you
just
never
like,
seen it?
I don't think I've ever sat down and watched.
All right,
I've,
yeah.
I've probably watched.
We could
scenes.
watch
Knock that
this
in.
before.
Knock that
Can we
in,
watch
yeah.
this before we do it? The
Oh,
thing?
yeah. Wherever you can find it.
I just wanted to get your instant
Yeah.
reactions to certain things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's got what's his
can't- I
name?
can't wait until he
Riley
sees-
Julia.
Raul Julia, just hamming it up.
I
No,
can't wait
but it's
until
not
he
even
sees the
hamming
Blanca scene
the
where it's just like half of it's like nice pictures, half of it's bad, but it's like measurable.
Yeah.
And I'm always a fan of good actors. just
Not to go on
hamming
this
it up.
tangent, but my favorite line from the whole movie is when you see the car driving at the camera, and Zangief goes, "Quick, change this channel." Anyway, that's my little tangent. The movie is amazing. Anyways, yeah, that's our next Gone on classic. Sorry,
Street
John.
Fighter.
Anyways,
We gotta write it down.
yeah,
All right, I'll
write that
it
down right on the board.
Right on the board.
So, but yeah, so this movie did not deserve the hate that it got. Honestly, like it was fine in the pace, and
Do you think it got the hate simply because it was fine and we have enough things that are fine?
possibly,
Because I can see me hating this movie simply
Yeah.
because it's fine.
so like if this movie was actually like trash, it would not have gotten almost 450 million in the box office.
I don't know, it's
Like
Super
people
Mario,
are
this
going
shit,
to see this movie.
it's Mario movie. People are gonna go see this.
Did he ever jump on a pole and slide down?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah. No,
God,
like
I-
this is
I
a
spent too much time on the internet. You said jump on a pole. I'm like, stripper Mario.
No, it's in the first Mario.
I know what you're
I'm
talking
assuming It's in
about.
all the other Marios where you just.
I,
run off.
I
I
know
mean-
what you're talking about. It's just that's where my mind went.
this movie. This honestly, this is a solid movie.
Did you stay for the post credit?
I stayed for the first. Remember, I had a 2-year-old with me, so
Valid.
I
was
stayed.
not-
8 minutes of credits is a
Yeah,
lot to sit
yeah,
through.
that's a lot for a 2-year-old.
He was not interested in the second unit.
That and yeah, my I
Or
feel
the
like
Georgia filming.
he probably would have enjoyed sitting through the thing. It's just my wife doesn't, and like it doesn't matter. Like we go to any Marvel movie, she's like, "All right, see the director, I'm gone." I'm like, "No, there's post credits. Like I need like."
but it's turned
but-
into like a 13-minute scroll for
Right,
credits.
but I mean, she was doing this when these movies were first coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And the post credit was like an important, cool thing, where like you had to stay for it because who knows if you're gonna find it on the internet after. So I saw the first post credit, which is so Jack Black performs a song called Peaches. It's a love ballad to Peach. I think it's the dumbest part of the whole movie. People who like Jack Black seem to absolutely love the song. Whatever. The post credit scene, which I ended up watching with him on my phone, is it shows like all the pipes, like the area that they got from Brooklyn to the Mushroom Kingdom. There's like this pipe that they were sucked through, and it goes through. It shows all the rubble, and you see a Yoshi egg, and it cracks, and you hear Yoshi, and then like that's it. And like I love Yoshi, so that makes me happy. But anyways, yeah, I don't understand. I know one of the criticisms, which I agree, is that Seth Rogen doesn't even try in this movie. And yeah, Seth Rogen does what he always does. He plays a Seth Rogen character. It's just
He's
less swing.
typecast. He's typecast.
I don't know if it's typecast or that's just all he can
Seth
do.
Rogen is typecast. And that's all he can do.
But like typecast is like Donkey Kong's not a stoner. That's typecast. It's him always being the stoner. It's just he has one way of acting and that's all he can do. Like he does, and I understand that. Like, yeah, no, he didn't quite try. Even like on the red carpet, like, you know, all the main actors, they kind of had something to do with their character, and Seth Rogen just had nothing to do with Donkey Kong. Like he was the one person that
He wasn't throwing barrels at people.
Yeah, no, but he does throw barrels in the movie. So
Of course he does.
yeah,
Wouldn't have Donkey Kong without throwing barrels.
yeah, and it's
Did we get the Donkey Kong rap?
we
or-
do.
We do?
See, here's the like all these things you're like, oh, they'll never. No, they do have everything in this movie. DK Donkey Kong. It's so the fight scene between Mario and DK, that song plays, and he comes out to that song.
So they jump over barrels and climb up ladders to avoid the barrel?
No, it's like a fight, and it's like floating levels, and they basically beat each other up.
Okay.
No, it's the movie is honestly one of the better video game adaptations I've ever seen.
Which isn't saying much.
It's not saying much,
yeah,
but
that's
it's
right.
a lot better than a lot of the others. I mean,
I mean, 50% of them are made by Yule Bowl.
that's
so-
true. No, honestly, so the best rated one of all time, well, probably the most successful video game movie of all time is Sonic the Hedgehog, which is surprising. But I would say this is up there with Sonic. Like, it was a really enjoyable movie. If you have any idea, like, what?
Sorry, I'm just looking at Tekken's box office.
Oh, how'd it do?
I don't want to say.
Does it crack 1 million?
Seeing that, how many American actors are in Tekken?
I
The answer is 0. This is not a Hollywood movie.
Kelly Overton,
Who?
Candace Hillebrand,
Who? This
non-Asian,
this was mainly just for like
American
overseas.
actress.
There was no there. This movie was not made for American audiences.
South African actress,
Either way, rather than getting on that Tekken train.
Brazilian American.
No, if you were like, oh, this got bad reviews, I don't want to see it. No, change your mind. Go see this movie. It's a solid movie. People are just review bombing it for whatever reason. I don't understand. All the other people that I've met that have seen it,
It cracked 1 million.
it cracked 1 billion.
I'll give it that.
oh man,
It didn't even make its money back.
okay, we're still talking Tekken
Sorry.
because it wasn't a Hollywood film.
But still, like,
I know.
I mean, like, for non-Hollywood movie, like, I'm a little surprised at how high that budget
Right, I'm
was.
trying to see international. That was all international.
I told you. It wasn't released in the States.
Japan. Like, this is a Japan movie.
Yeah.
We
But
should
that's
we
what-
should give the audience little tidbits. So this Tekken movie, $30 million budget, which is surprisingly high.
Yeah.
1.6 million box office.
Total. Total.
But like you said, that was all international. Zero
just,
in the States.
it's just so embarrassing.
Yeah. Like this, it wasn't a movie that's.
Zero domestic.
Well, it
Yeah.
didn't open.
It didn't open in the States.
domestic.
It wasn't supposed to. That's why. Like,
Was this English language?
no.
No. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
that's why. It was a Japanese film.
Which is even more surprising. 30 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Was it Japanese?
I think it's Japanese. I don't think it's Chinese.
I don't think it was
Or
Japanese.
Korean.
No, but I don't think it was. I think it was done in English.
No.
Yeah, I think so. We could take this offline.
Yeah. Anyways, this is our next Con-On classic after Street
the
Fighter.
Tekken.
The Tekken movie.
We're gonna do it. We already did Mortal Kombat. We got to
true.
get all the
Yeah.
side-scrolling fighters.
God, I have to rate this. No, this movie, I'll probably give it a.
Yeah, it was in English.
I probably a 7.9 for Mario. Honestly,
Jesus.
like it was.
Really?
It was. Like I said, the reviews, I don't understand it. If you look at so the critic reviews, I think it's a 56. If you look at Rotten Tomatoes audience score, it's like a 96. Like, fans like this movie.
Yeah, fans like anything.
Yes and no.
Wait, the Super Mario Brothers
Yes.
Rotten Tomato score.
Rotten Tomato score. I believe it's in the 90s for audience.
It says for audience.
Audience, not
57.
That's what I was saying. The critics is like a 57.
I like to point earlier that where Rise of Skywalker had a positive audience score.
Oh, yeah.
So just want to point that out.
Yep. Still don't understand.
Audience
that.
score is always skewed.
Why?
Well, it's always skewed because audience.
Well, yeah.
It's the audience score.
No, I know. No, it's honestly, it was not a bad movie at all. And if, like I said, if you're thinking about if you're like, I thought about going to see it, but then I saw the reviews, just go see it. It's honestly it's a solid movie, and at 90, I think it's 96 minutes long. It's a quick watch, but I was entertained from beginning to end. Tons of Easter eggs if you like Mario.
See,
it's worth it for me.
don't like Mario that much, so
You've played some of the games.
I've played 2.
You'd probably pick up, and then there's Donkey Kong.
They have Mario Kart references, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, they ride on Rainbow Road.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's a whole Mario Kart
Listen,
bit in it.
John Leguizamo is not going to see this,
Yeah.
so I'm with him.
Oh boy. All right.
All right.
So we're going with Mario.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my excuse.
All right. So let's wrap this up
Stay
then.
by him.
All right, so we have more to come next week. So if you like all these episodes and previous episodes, including our Con Classics, which have been discussed ad nauseum already tonight, you can find them all on the streaming services. That if you want us to send us a message on Facebook, facebook.com/NightsAndNerdDude, we will pay attention if you recommend us to review on our next classic. Tekken.
Let us know if you want us to review Tekken.
Or Street Fighter. It's either Street Fighter or Starship Troopers. We will work on Starship Troopers is a work in progress. Yeah. There will be a couple
I have takes.
There's gonna be drawing boards probably.
Oh boy.
So that's us for this week. Until next time.
Bye.
Adios.